Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen of the regiment. It's here, it's finally here. We have the DLC page for the finest hour. This is the British DLC, British Commonwealth and Polish DLC, I should say, for Ostfront. We have the trailer, we got all the information, most of the information, and it's on Remembrance Day. So, hope you guys went to Remembrance Day parades. I know I did in my local town. And two, let's begin. I'm going to have to turn the sound off. I'll do some commentary just because there's music in the background. But I do highly recommend looking at this trailer on your own. It's pretty well crafted, and it has one of Churchill's famous speeches. So, you know how it is. It's like, when you talk about like the British, you always have to have Churchill saying his famous lines, his famous speeches. And, again, this just, oh God, it's been a long time coming, but I am so happy. I am so happy that we're getting this. It is just great. Disaster in Dunkirk, that's where we're kicking everything off. As the British, and again, like, look at this. Oh my God. Early war, Germany, which is good. Panzer IIIs, Panzer Is, Panzer IIs. Absolutely fantastic. Like, look at that. Look at those. Oh, goddamn, so cool. And this is like a really cool thing too. Like, so this is Dunkirk, evacuation, trying to get the hell off the beach. Probably going to be the first mission or second mission. Switching to late war, lovely looking tanks, absolutely beautiful looking tanks, absolutely fantastic. I can't wait. Like, their trailers have been just getting better and better as they've been just going on. Like, I'm super happy that they took so much time. Okay, so I want to back it up just a second. Okay. Look, boats in Ostfront. Let me just, look. Could you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, naval combat, actual naval combat in Ostfront? That'd be so cool. Like, you probably couldn't do, maybe you could do like battleship size. You couldn't do carrier. You couldn't do carriers. That's the one thing you couldn't do. But like battleships or destroyers or like, the big guns slogging it out. Oh man, or even just like call them, like, have maps where you can have like, a destroyer as your support, and you can like sink the other destroyers. I think that'd be so cool. I know I'm reaching, but like, oh God, having like a naval combat in Ostfront, it would be so cool, so cool. Anyways, lovely work again. We're in Holland, windmill burning. That's really good visual. Probably back in Normandy. And, oh yeah, look at these beautiful tanks. Nice armored car there. Pretty nice. Got the flamethrower, the crocodiles. And the Sherman Zippos. Nice. Chain flail, very nice. On the beaches. I actually wonder what beach we're going to go at. If we're going to do Juno Beach or we're going to do Gold and Sword. Well, actually, wait, no. I think it was Sword was the British, if I remember correctly. I just remember Juno because I'm Canadian. Nice little gun truck on the AA. Of course, bridge too far, classic. There's probably going to be a few missions around this one area. British paratroopers, always nice to see. And look at that. Oh God, that dinky little AA. Oh my God, blowing up a windmill, I want that. Alright. And of course, round it off. Nice British flag. The Empire, you know what it is. And everyone's saluting. Look at that. God damn, it's so cool. This is their finest hour. Again, highly recommend you guys actually watch the trailer. We do have pictures. Again, Arnhem gliders, of course, probably I want to say D-Day. Could be Arnhem as well, but, paratrooper operations. Nice, lovely little tank there. Dunkirk, I do love this shot. This is such a good shot. I think this is based off the Dunkirk movie. I've seen part of the Dunkirk movie on an airplane, funny enough. But amazing shot. Like, goddamn. Also, Dunkirk. I think that's, I'm pretty sure this is early war British tank. I want to say. I'm not actually let's just blow this up. Another bridge, pretty good. France, once again. Absolutely lovely. Dunkirk again. Again, naval combat. I don't know what this is. I originally thought this was going to be Dieppe, but there was a Panzer Schreck. I almost call that Panzerfaust. Panzer Schreck. So I think this is a bit too late, if I remember correctly, because the Panzer Schreck was from a captured U.S. bazooka. So I'm not exactly sure about that timeline, but I don't think this is Dieppe. Although it'd be interesting if they do Dieppe. Gliders, really nice. More gliders. So a lot of paratrooping operations, which is pretty good. Hopefully we can actually get like paratroopers to like jump into like dynamic conquest. That's always been it can be done. Like I know it can be done in game. It'd be cool if we because I know modders have done it. It'd be cool if we could actually have it in game. Lovely little armor cars, and of course more gliders. They're going really hard with the paratroopers, which is it's okay. To quickly go over this, then early war blitzkrieg in France in the final fights in Germany. DLC offers Commonwealth factions on the Western Front. Yeah, we live British Empire's finest hour. That's all good. English, Scottish, Canadian, and Polish forces with their own separate uniform equipment, voice acting, and special perks. Very nice. Now, this actually is, although this is like the British campaign, the Germans also get a few new toys as well, which is really interesting. 2 single campaigns with new level cinematics, gameplay, and detail. They have been absolutely going ham on the cinematics and like just making the presentation so good. Like again, this is one of the reasons why Gates to Hell is like the premier World War II RTS, or even just the premier RTS on the market. Like you can't really find an RTS that has this level of control and complexity in the RTS sphere. Commonwealth campaign consists of 7 scripted missions, 3 skirmish between the British Expeditionary Forces, first desperate days of the fall in the West, followed by the actions on D-Day campaign capturing Pegasus Bridge, famous bridge, and the offense around Caen, which is probably going to be Canadians and British, because there was Operation Totalizer and Operation Goodwood. So that's going to be really interesting. And of course, the Polish were also there as well. I can't forget about the Polish. This followed by action-packed missions for Operation Market Garden and the paradrops into Germany. Okay, so we even go up to the Rhine. Very interesting. But yeah, there's going to be a few missions in Market Garden because that's just like that's the famous British. It was. I don't really want to call Market Garden a complete failure because it did achieve some objectives, but it wasn't like almost like every other Monty operation. He promised a lot and under-delivered. That's kind of Monty's entire like whole thing. But I'm not going to get into that just right now. Okay. Although German campaign, 5 scripted missions and 1 skirmish. Okay. Depicts what would be later called the Blitzkrieg, starting with the first chaotic but victorious days in France, which is really nice. I do love the early fighting in France. I think that gets overlooked a lot. Fighting surrounding the French and British armies as Rommel's 7th Panzer, Ghost Division, Sabaton reference, I see. Followed by missions later in the war defending the Atlantic Wall, which is really cool, defending the Atlantic Wall on D-Day. And several counterattacks in Normandy during Operation Market Garden. The grim struggles for control of the Schmelt SRA rounds out the war in the German campaign. I bloody told you we'd be doing this because this is also a very overlooked but very important Canadian battle. Was Battle for this, because this one it really opened up the ports other than outside of France, because there was a huge logistic bottleneck because all the logistics were coming in through Normandy, and it just became too much. They needed to open up more ports. So this was a huge one. It was a bloody tough fight as well, and also another reason why I hate Monty, because Monty's. Anyways, I'm not going to get into it. I'll contain myself. Multiplayer, Finest Hour also introduces the Commonwealth in early, mid, and late war periods. Nice. 4 doctrines for each period. That's a lot. Okay. And 20 brand new Western Front multiplayer maps. Oh my god. We're getting spoiled. 20 new maps. Oh, nice. Conquest for Conquest 20. Oh, for Conquest 25 Western maps are included. They use new and unique set of assets created to give you a good impression of the battlefield in the Netherlands, Flanders, Northern France, and elsewhere. Very nice. German Conquest Arsenal has been expanded for this DLC as well. To complement the equipment you would expect to find in any early world battlefield. Alright, so it looks like the new... That's very interesting, because I was thinking more late war for Germany, but it looks like they're actually rounding out the early war for Germany, which is very nice. Alright, I wonder if one of the missions... It would be kind of interesting if one of the missions was centered around Poland versus Germany during the early days, like the very first battles in World War II. That would be kind of neat. All right, visuals. Visuals are just stunning. Okay, I don't even have to read this. I'm going to just tell you. I'm going to sum this up right now. Visuals are just stunning and amazing. They have done such a good job. Holy shit. All right, large asset collection for the Netherlands and Flanders with over 1,000 assets used in total. Nice. Modders are going to absolutely love this. 170 new vehicles for Commonwealth of Germany. Very nice. 500 new models for humans. And over 100 equipment items for the Commonwealth. Very nice. Commonwealth factions for Conquest multiplayer. Very nice. Single player campaign. Single player campaign for Germany. All went over that. 20 new maps for multiplayer. 25 for Conquest. I'm going to say this right now. You already know it. I am going to do a complete Conquest run playthrough as the Commonwealth. You already know I'm going to do it. So, yeah. The only thing that we don't know is coming soon. I'm still thinking and hoping that it's going to be early December. I'm hoping it's early December. Because that would make sense. Like, they tease, they drop it on Remembrance Day, November 11th. They give you a month, and then you go and smash it on early December. I can't see late December. I cannot see it. I think it's going to be early December. But, speaking of smashing, the DLCs are actually, the base game and all the DLCs are basically 50% off at the moment. So if you need a DLC, like, say, Liberation, which is a fantastic DLC. Highly recommend it. Go ahead and pick it up, because these are just absolutely wonderful. Oh, I don't have Scorched Earth. I know why I don't have Scorched Earth. And Airborne. Yeah, I don't have Airborne, but Airborne was a lot of single-player missions. I didn't want to really dive into that. But, yeah, this is the DLC page for the Finest Hour DLC. Get hyped. Get absolutely hyped, because I am. So, just a short news video. I hope you guys have been doing well. I'll catch you later. But, yeah, always remember, Panzer IV.